Hey, Global Read Aloud readers. I'm Lynda Mullaly Hunt, author of Fish in a Tree, and actually a little nervous as I start this video. The first thing that pops into my head is first to say hello to you, to say thank you that you are reading Fish in a Tree for Global Read Aloud. I want you to know that as you sit down to listen to the beginning of this book for the launch of Global Read Aloud, that it really is global. There are kids in Thailand reading today, Germany, Japan, Korea, the United States, Canada. I've heard from, I haven't heard from Antarctica, but I've heard from just about every continent on the planet, literally. Schools across the Middle East, London, Ireland. It's just phenomenal to me that there are so many readers who are jumping in today. I would also like to throw out a huge thank you to Pernille Rip, the founder of Global Read Aloud. I bet she had no idea when she started this how big it would really become. The other thing I would like to do is I would like to suggest to all of you kids out there that you take the time to thank your teacher. Because if you have the kind of teacher who's gone through the process of signing up for Read Aloud, studying the schedule, making a plan for you, a plan to enrich your life, your reading life, you are lucky. So please take the time to thank whatever teacher has lined this up for you. It really is a phenomenal experience for you. So I thought that as a thank you to all of you and a way to connect to each of you at the very beginning, that I would read chapter 1. I'm also going to read the last chapter, so you'll hear me or see me again unless your teacher decides that he or she would rather read it. That's totally fine. I think as a teacher, I might like to read that myself. I'm not sure. So I will also be doing videos where I'll answer questions. You'll get the inside scoop where different things came from in the book. One thing I'll tell you right off the bat is that poster on the wall is a poster that will appear in the book. It's on somebody's bedroom wall. So you'll have to keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. So I'm going to jump right in. Again, the title of the book is Fish in a Tree. And let's jump in with chapter 1. In trouble again. It's always there, like the ground underneath my feet. Well, Allie, are you going to write or aren't you? Mrs. Hall asks. If my teacher were mean, it would be easier. Come on, she says. I know you can do it. What if I told you that I was going to climb a tree using only my teeth? Would you say I could do it then? Oliver laughs, throwing himself on his desk like it's a fumbled football. Shay groans. Allie, why can't you act normal for once? And near her, Albert, a bulky kid who's worn the same thing every day, a dark t-shirt that reads Flint, sits up straight, like he's waiting for a firecracker to go off. Mrs. Hall sighs, Come on now, I'm only asking for 1 page describing yourself. I can't think of anything worse than having to describe myself. I'd rather write about something more positive, like throwing up at your own birthday party. It's important, she says. It's so your new teacher can get to know you. I know that, and it's exactly why I don't want to do it. Teachers are like the machines that take quarters for bouncy balls. You know what you're going to get. Yet you don't know, too. And, she says, all that doodling of yours, Allie, if you weren't drawing all the time, your work might be done. Please put that away. Embarrassed, I slide my drawings underneath my blank writing assignment. I've been drawing pictures of myself being shot out of a cannon. It would be easier than school. Less painful. Come on, she says, moving my line paper toward me. Just do your best. 7 schools in 7 years, and they're all the same. Whenever I do my best, they tell me that I don't try hard enough. Too messy, careless spelling, annoyed that the same word is spelled different ways on the same page. And the headaches. I always get headaches from looking at the brightness of dark letters on white pages for too long. Mrs. Hall clears her throat. The rest of the class is getting tired of me again. Chairs slide, loud sighs. Maybe they think I can't hear their words. Freak. Dumb. Loser. I wish she'd just go hang by Albert, the walking Google page, who'd get a better grade than me if he just blew his nose into the paper. The back of my neck heats up. I don't get it. She always lets me slide. It must be because these are for the new teacher, and she can't have one missing. I stare at her big stomach. So did you decide what you're going to name that baby, I ask? Last week we got her talking about baby names for a full half hour of social studies. Come on, Allie. No more stalling. I don't answer. I mean it, she says, and I know that she does. I watch a mime movie of her taking a stick and drawing a line in the dirt between us under a bright blue sky. She's dressed as a sheriff, and I'm wearing black and white prisoner stripes. My mind does that all the time. Shows me these movies that seem so real that they carry me away inside of them. They're a relief from my real life. I steal up inside, willing myself to do something I don't really want to do, to escape this teacher who's holding on and won't let go. I pick up my pencil, and her body relaxes, probably relieved that I've finally given in. But instead, knowing that she loves clean desks and things just so, I grip my pencil with a hard fist and scribble all over my desk. Allie, she steps forward quick. Why would you do that? The circular scribbles are big on top and small on the bottom. It looks like a tornado, and I wonder if I meant to draw a picture of my insides. I look back at her. It was there when I sat down. The laughter starts. But they're not laughing because they think I'm funny. I can tell that you're upset, Allie, Mrs. Hall says. I'm not hiding that as well as I need to. She's such a freak, Shay says in one of those loud whispers that everyone is meant to hear. Oliver is drumming on his desk now. I fold my arms and I stare up at her. That's it, Mrs. Hall finally says. To the office, now. I wanted this, but now I'm having second thoughts. Allie? Huh? Everyone else laughs. She puts up her hand. Anyone else who makes a sound gives up their recess. The room is quiet. Allie, I said, to the office. I can't go see our principal, Mrs. Silver, again. I go to the office so much, I wonder when they'll hang up a banner that says, Welcome, Allie Nickerson. I'm sorry, I say, actually meaning it. I'll do it, I promise. She sighs. Okay, Allie, but if that pencil stops moving, you're going. She moves me to the reading table next to a Thanksgiving bulletin board about being grateful. Meanwhile, she sprays my desk with cleaner, glancing at me like she'd like to spray me with cleaner. You know, scrub off the dumb. I squint a bit, hoping the lights will hurt my head less, and then I try to hold my pencil the way I'm supposed to, instead of the weird way that my hand wants to. I write with one hand and shield my paper with the other. I know I better keep the pencil moving, so I write the word why over and over, from the top of the page to the very bottom. 1, because I know how to spell it right. And 2, because I'm hoping someone will finally give me an answer. So that's the end of chapter 1. And it is actually the last chapter I wrote of the entire book. You will see in chapter 2 that there is a misunderstanding, which gets Allie in trouble. And originally that was the first chapter, but then it seemed that, I needed a chapter to really show her struggling. So chapter 1 that I just read is actually the very last chapter that I wrote. So you guys and your teachers are off on the global read adventure. I will be checking in with you with videos. I hope that you will reach out to me on Twitter. I will answer as many messages as I can. And please know that as you move forward, I am honored, I am humbled, I am grateful that you are all taking this journey with me. So thank you very much, and we'll be in touch soon. All right, bye-bye.